Welcome back to Sawyer Farm. I'm Jacob. Today we're going to be doing a little bit of assembly. We actually got ourselves one of our, it's called a Greenstalk. And if you don't know what that is, pretty much what it is, it's like a vertical planting bed. And this one's 5 tiers. And they actually sponsored us, and they gave us this to try out, to review, and to see how we like it. And so we're going to be putting this together right now, and I'll go more into depth on exactly how everything works and possibly how you can get one yourself if this is something that you've been wanting to get. All right, y'all, so I started to kind of unboxing everything, getting the pieces all where I kind of want them, but I just kind of wanted to talk a little bit about the company. I just kind of started to see some things when I was opening up the box, and I just thought it was pretty cool. So this company is a 100% made in the U.S. They actually originate from East Tennessee, is where Greenstalk is. It's a company. It's a family-owned company, and they're really big into gardening. But whenever I opened this up, it just they gave you this little packet, and so they give you some organic, looks like bush beans. I thought that was pretty cool. So you could literally get this, and I could literally plant these in the containers as soon as I get it. So I really like that. That's a pretty cool that they do that. I don't know if they always put the beans in there or if it's different from time to time, but I really like that. That was pretty cool that they put that in there. And then they just get a little picture of their family and everything, so you know, like, this is a family-run business. And like I said, 100% made in the U.S. And I really like that, just because you know how everything's going on. It's just really, nice to know that you can be supporting a local business, especially a USA business. So that's really cool that they put that in there. And then also thought it was pretty neat is they give you this worm castings. It's like an organic fertilizer that you can put in your planter when you first get it. So stuff's falling. But I just thought that stuff was pretty cool that they kind of give you. Literally, you buy this, you could literally be planting stuff in it right out of the box, because they gave us some seeds you could put in there, gave us a little bit of fertilizer. Now it doesn't come with the dirt, the potting mix that we're going to be putting in here, and we'll tell you about that. But I just kind of want to talk a little bit about that company, just how it's family ran and everything, and I just really like that, and the stuff that they bring just right outside the box. But we'll start filling these pots, and then we'll get into more of how the design and everything is with these Greenstalks. All right, so we're going to be filling up. We have 5. This one is a 5 stack. I think you can go from, I think it's like 3, 4, and 5 is what you can kind of buy. We have the 5 stack, and I believe each one takes 1 cubic feet of your potting mix. Now what they did say is, since this is container gardening, you have to use, they said Pro Mix or Happy Frog is the one that they said, and you have to use a better potting mix for this, just because it's container gardening, and anyone that container gardens knows that you just got to get very good soil. You can't use just regular garden soil. It's just not going to work as well as they are saying and what they say that it can do. So I just kind of take them on that, because they know what they're doing with their product. So the stuff we got is the Pro Mix. As you can tell, this bag right here is 2 cubic feet. It's compressed, okay? And we have 3 of them because we need 5 cubic feet, so we'll have a little bit extra, but that's no issue. So I'm gonna dump these out in here, get them all kind of nice and fluffed, and stick them in these planters, and then we'll go back up on the porch, because that's where this is going to be at, and then we're going to start stacking them and putting it all together and showing you how it works. Alright, so another thing that you want to do before you kind of just jump into stuff and you fill them up, you don't want to stack them up and then fill them. You want to fill them up how we're going to be doing it, and then you stack them. It's going to be a lot easier for you, because I can just tell whenever these are stacked, sticking that this potty mix in there is not going to be fun. And that's what they suggest to do. Fill them up first, then stack them. So we're going to get on that right now. Alright, so we got them filled up. We actually used, all the potting mix that we had, and it filled it up decently. So the next step is going to be, I put also the worm castings that they gave us. I just sprinkled them around where the seeds are going to be at. I think it said on the instructions that that one pack was for like a whole tier. I just kind of mainly just stuck it in the where the seeds are actually going to be at, because I just wanted everybody to get kind of a little bit of it. But the next thing we're going to be doing is putting these on, and what these are is kind of like the watering system. So as you can see here, there's holes all around here, and then there's a main hole. And so the main hole goes down with this tier, and it just sticks on there. Just press it in, and this is going to be the watering system. Now there's 4 of those for these, and we have 5. Now the very top, and we'll show you all this whenever it gets all completed, but this is the very top part of it. And so this is where you're going to be watering it, because this is pretty much like a self-watering system, in the sense you fill this up and then it goes down and it waters everything evenly. And one thing that they said with their system that's a lot better than other systems is just because it waters everything equally. A lot of the other kind of, I guess you could say, vertical planters, they water from the soil. So they'll water, and then it goes from the soil down to the soil. So the very top gets watered, the bottom, the next tier is pretty right on, and then the next 2 tiers are pretty much like, they're kind of dry, because they're using the water to go through the soil. This doesn't necessarily do that, because he has these reservoirs that come on, so the water comes down, goes into this reservoir, and then it goes down into the soil. So it's not necessarily wicking through the soil, it's coming through here and going down in there. So each tier gets evenly amount of water. So right here is the top reservoir, like I said, and it tells you this is where you're putting the water, and it tells you right here how much water to fill. So if you have 3 tiers right here, you just fill it to this line, 4 and 5. So we have the 5, so we'll be filling it up to here. And then what it'll do is when it's here, it starts to come out. It'll fill this one up, fill that one up, and it goes all the way down. And so each tier has the same amount of water what it needs. So this is the very top. And that's pretty much about it. We'll probably put it together, and then we have this that goes on the bottom, on the very bottom tier. And I gotta stick the wheels on it, so then if you're on your back patio, and we're going to have it on our porch, you can move it around if you need to. It's not stationary where it's going to be hard you know, to move it around, because it is kind of taller, so you can actually roll around. So we'll be putting that on. So on the little kind of rolling mat, it's really easy to stick these in. You literally just grab them, stick them in there, and you're good to go. And actually, I didn't know it had this, but it has a little drain to where probably when the water comes out right here, it kind of has a little bit of water. You have a little drain here, or if you don't want it to exactly like drain, it comes with just a little you know, cap. You can take this off and you can put the cap on there. So whatever you really want to do. We're going to probably keep this on here. We'll just have it point off our deck, so if water does get on there, it can drain out a little bit better. But it was really easy putting this in. Just stick them on there. Very simple. And we are almost done. We're going to stick these, stack them up, and then we're going to start planting in them. So one thing too that you gotta kind of read in the instructions a little bit, and just so you know, like right here, here's where it kind of goes in. You don't want it just to kind of sit. You want that go all the way down. It's kind of self-explanatory, but that's how you know that it's really good in there. There's no spacing in between here, and it sits down good, and everything's kind of locked in. Alright, so we're going to just show you some of the stuff that we're going to plant. We're going to plant a variety of stuff. We just kind of wanted to see how this thing grows, you know, kind of what does good, you know, and such. So some of the stuff we're going to be doing lettuce, some spinach. We got some herbs over here, all different types of herbs. Got some beets, some radishes, some carrots, turnips, some flowers and such. So we're going to be planting just a bunch of different things just to see how this Greenstalk does. I'm pretty sure it's going to do pretty well, because I've seen a lot of other you know, farmers and homesteaders use it. So we're definitely excited that we got one, and we're going to be just planting this in there, and we're going to take you along and just show you how this works throughout the season. So another thing I forgot to tell y'all is that there are 30 kind of holes or 30 plants that you can plant in this. So you can, like we're doing, we got a lot of different stuff we're going to be planting. So just wanted to let you know that. And then another thing, if anyone's kind of wondering or, you know, I guess worried about the plastic, this is actually I'm trying to remember all of them, but it was like a BPA and BPS, I believe, and like non-PVC. Don't quote me on it, but definitely check them out. It's definitely, you know, food grade, it's food safe, everything. They don't have any like the chemicals, so you don't have to worry about stuff like leaching and things like that. So it's definitely good to plant in. And like we said, this company, just like a family owned company, so we're really proud of that, made in the US. But yeah, we're just going to start planting. Alright, so Alex got all these planted up. She did initial watering, and then I'm going to now just put the rest of the water how you normally water it. Now, you can plant with, we did seeds, you can do plant starts. Now, since we did seeds, we're probably going to continue to water the actual sections here just because they're seeds, and we need to make sure they have that kind of direct water, just like with any garden what you would do. If you had the plants, you probably would be good just watering this, but for now we're going to do both until these start getting a little bit bigger where we feel comfortable, and we'll just strictly water in the middle. So let me get this started to water. So like we said, you just fill up until however many tiers you have. That's what you're going to line up to. That's going to wrap up today's video. We're really excited about this Greenstalk planter. Just seeing how it's going to grow. We've never used one of these before. But guys, if y'all are interested in one of these, they have, like we said before, a variety of tiers you can buy, so just whatever you're kind of wanting. They have different colors, and if you use the promo code SRF10, you can get $10 off. Okay, that's one of the things they let us review this, and they said we could give y'all, that discount code for anybody that wants to buy one of these. And guys, it looks pretty good. I've seen a lot of other people use them, and they seem very productive in growing food. So guys, this is really, I would say, geared towards people maybe that don't have, maybe big yards. If you have a porch, a backyard, like a apartment, a balcony or something, you could grow probably a lot of food with just this. I mean, like we said, there's 30 spots all the way around it. So I think it's really good for people that don't have a whole lot of space, and we have it here so that we can just kind of pick it off right here on the front porch. But go check them out. We'll leave a link down below, and we just want to thank Greenstalk for letting us review one of these products that they have. We're really excited just to see how it goes. Guys, if you like this video, hit the like button. Any questions, leave it down in the comments. Subscribe to our channel, hit that bell for notifications, because that notifies you of new videos that we put out, and you can be the first ones to watch them. But we really appreciate everybody stopping by and watching our videos. But y'all take care, and God bless.